This is the easiest beginner skeleton farm for Minecraft Bedrock 1.19. This farm features a separated dual AFK system so that you can also collect XP or AFK and collect the items. It's a very simple system and requires very little redstone to build. I will also show you how you can easily convert this build into a stray farm at the end. Let's get started with the material list so we can build this beginner skeleton farm. These are the items you're going to need to build your skeleton farm. I also recommend you get a shovel, pickaxe, and a bunch of torches so that you can better see what we are building. There are no dimensions for today's tutorial. Find a skeleton spawner and let's begin. Once you locate a skeleton spawner, place some torches around the spawner so that skeletons can't spawn. You'll also want to break the chests that are around the spawner. And there we go. Now you can place some torches around so mobs don't spawn nearby. Now, stand directly on top of the spawner and in all directions break 4 blocks exactly like this. As you can see, it's 4 blocks from the spawner. Break any blocks that obstruct or are in this path. 2 more to go. And finally, the last side. So if we walk from one side of the spawner to the other, it should be exactly 9 blocks. I also want to mention that you won't really be needing too many blocks because we can just use the blocks that we break. So this next part might sound a little confusing, but it's very simple. I promise you, it'll make sense. You just want to follow the edge of the 4 blocks you broke and mine around the build all the way up to the roof. So it should be a frame of 9 by 9 blocks and 3 blocks above the spawner. So 4 blocks away from the spawner, then start mining a box from the 4th block out. If your spawner was messed up from terrain generation, then you will have to shape the build yourself. But that's fine, because in a minute, I'm going to explain how to do it. So watch how I'm breaking the blocks and do it exactly like this. If there are gaps anywhere, just cover them up so that it's still 4 blocks wide. Just keep double checking and count 4 blocks out in every direction to make sure you are doing it right. This part shouldn't take too long, so don't rush it. I also want to just remind you that this is a go at your own pace tutorial. I already have all of this memorized and planned for the video. You don't, so I would recommend you pause the video if you need to. If you aren't sure if you're doing it correctly, you can also count from the corners. If it's more than 4 blocks to the wall diagonal, then you went too far and need to bring the wall in. There will also be a world download in the description just in case you were struggling to build this correct for my tutorial. We can connect the outer wall for anything that is more than 4 blocks out. Now that the frame is done, let's just double check everything, because it would not be fun to have to readjust later. Just checking to see if everything is 4 blocks diagonal. Everything is looking good to go. Alright, everything looks perfect. Now finish the frame by clearing out the blocks above. Just some insight, if your spawner's roof was messed up in any way, there should be just a 3 block difference from the spawner to the ceiling. Though this is a skeleton spawner tutorial, I'll point out that this will work on any mob spawner except for spiders. Just mentioning it because I noticed I forgot to change the spawner back to skeleton when I was messing around with it in creative. My apologies for that. Once the frame is finished, cover up any parts outside of the 4 block radius. This is going to be our container for the mobs to spawn in. It's important everything we did was correct, otherwise there might be some spawning issues. Let me just reiterate one last time that it's 9 by 9 blocks. So if we were to come across like this and count 9 blocks from this side to that side. Same for the other direction, 9 blocks from here to all the way over here. Now to clarify on the ceiling, you see how there's a 3 block difference? That's how it should look. Alright? Hopefully this visual helped clear some things up. Now comes the final part of our spawner preparation. You're going to lower the floor by 3 blocks just like this. So the floor and spawner will have a distance of 3 blocks between each other, just like the ceiling. If designing or decorating this build is important to you, I recommend you do any changing to the style after we are finished removing these blocks. Once we've done that, feel free to change the walls, floors, and ceiling to whatever blocks you'd like. Completely up to you. Just make sure you don't change the dimensions or size. And let's just remove this final part. I'd recommend to maybe just grab a friend to help you with this, as it would make it go a lot faster. But hey, that's also up to you. And everything should just look like this. 3 blocks below, 3 blocks above. Now that completes the container part of our farm. Place 2 ladders here, then climb up and place 2 slabs on top of the spawner. Make sure your torches are still on the mob spawner so mobs don't spawn, then break any blocks above and below the spawner. Lastly, just pick a random wall and create an infinite water source. It absolutely does not matter where you put it because we're going to remove it in a minute. You would create an infinite water source just like this. Now pick another random corner and place your blocks just like this. This also doesn't matter where you build it, whatever is more convenient for you. I recommend you decide now, as changing this later will be more difficult. Next, grab your water from your infinite water source and place water buckets in these exact positions. By doing so, the water is going to flow to the other corner of our container, and this will funnel all the skeletons into a hole we will be making in just a minute. Now your container should look just like this. Now for the rest of our build, we will only need one water bucket. You can go ahead and remove the infinite water source you just made. Alright guys, we are almost done. This is what everything should look like so far. If yours looks like mine, then we are able to continue. So right here, we're going to dig 4 blocks down. 1, 2, 3, and 4. To the left, break this block and place your dispenser just like this. Break 1 by 2 blocks in front of you like this, replace it with glass. Then look to the right and break a 3 by 3 area. And whenever I'm mentioning dimensions, 3 by 3 would mean 3 straight and 3 up, so 3 long, 3 wide. This part of the tutorial can get a little bit confusing, so do your best to follow along. Now dig down another 4 blocks. Now in front of you, break 3 blocks and the ones below it. Now just keep walking forward, then look up and break 4 blocks. Look to the right and again, break 3 blocks and the ones below it. Now look to the left and break these 2 blocks. Jump up onto the block in front of you, then look up and break 3 more blocks. Now turn to the left, which will be facing your dispenser, and break these 4 blocks. Jump up onto this block, then break 2 blocks in front of you. Place your button right here. Click the button to test it. If the dispenser is dispensing, then it's working. Now we can go back and put our water bucket in the dispenser. Push it again just to be sure, and as you can see, the button is working properly. Now looking to the left right here, break a 2 by 4 area. This will also reveal the glass you placed above. Just kind of jump right here, and to the right, break 2 blocks just like this, and you can place your lever here. You can break these 2 blocks and place your final 2 glass. You might have to go below to get the last one. Now behind the lever, break another 2 by 4 blocks. Do another hop just like this, and to the left, one more time, break another 2 by 4 blocks. Now your carved out area should look just like this. Place 4 of your 8 ladders here. Now just climb up and directly above, break 5 blocks. Place the rest of your ladders like this. Above you, break 1 more block. And to the right, break 3 by 2 blocks just like this. You will see an opening towards your container. Now just cover it up like this. This will give us an easy viewing point for whenever we need to check out the container. Alright, everything so far should look just like this. Now break this block on the right of this ladder. Then place a slab right here. Feel free to add some torches to make it easier to see. Place 2 chests just like this. Put a block here. Now jump to this side and break these blocks. Connect your hoppers facing into the chest. Throw an item in the hopper to make sure it's going into the chest. Perfect, the chest received the item. Then place a hopper going down into the hoppers you just placed. Feel free to test this hopper too. Place a campfire on top of the hopper. Now we can replace these blocks because we're all done in this area. Put your last slab right here. Come in front of the chest and break these 2 blocks. Connect 2 more hoppers going into the chest just like this. Place a hopper facing into the other hoppers like this. You can throw an item in this hopper to make sure it works. Place a block here. Then mine 4 blocks up. Jump up and place the rest of your hoppers like this. Break these blocks to your left to connect the tunnel. Once that is done, there is only one more thing to do to complete this build. I know this has been a long tutorial, but hang in there just for a bit longer. The tunnel should look just like this. To finish things up, just copy exactly what I do. Now place the sticky piston right here. Connect the redstone just like this. Cover it up, and remember, you're going to need one more glass block right here. Sorry for not specifying. Then to get out of the tunnel, break these 2 blocks. Now flick the lever, and the piston should extend. Push the button to see if the water goes all the way to the other hopper, and perfect. Everything is working normally. Congratulations, the farm is now complete and you're ready to start collecting XP and loot. To activate the farm, go to the container and remove all the torches surrounding the spawner. Make sure to also remove the torches on the walls. If you don't, skeletons won't spawn. Once you do that, skeletons will start spawning periodically. And once they do, they funnel down into the campfire, then the loot will go into the double chest. You can AFK while all this is happening to collect passive resource. The dual function in this machine also acts as an XP grinder. You can click the lever, then push the button to funnel the skeletons into the AFK hitting area. Position yourself like this and kill the skeletons to earn XP. The loot will then once again go into the double chest. You are welcome to expand this farm into an auto sorter to suit your needs. Lastly, the third function this farm has is a stray converter so you can grind slowing arrows. All you have to do is place powdered snow in these positions. Then, flick the lever and block off the tunnel for the XP. This will force all the skeletons to convert to strays. Then set up an auto clicker to flick the lever every 45 seconds or so. This will cause the strays to drop when they are converted. This is a beast beginner farm because it has so many great functions and the ability to expand. If you guys want to see a part 2 on this farm where we connect it into an auto sorter and 1-button TFLOP, then leave a like and subscribe. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video and happy Valentine's Day. Join our Discord server to be a part of an everlasting mending community. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.
Let's go. Yeah, I'm like an addict, do I gotta have it. I ain't even playing, got a really bad habit. If it moves, gotta grab it, fuse like a magnet. Lose, won't have it till I'm doomed in a casket. I ain't playing, got a weird mind. If you work 8 hours, I'ma work 9.